70% of couples surveyed by Money magazine fight about finances more than anything else. But there are ways to stop arguing about cash. Here's Simply Money's Nathan Bachrach.
Fighting about money is the top predictor of divorce, according to Kansas State researchers. Now, nobody wants to fight about money with their spouse, but most of us do it anyway. A common source of conflict, a marriage where one spouse is a spender and the other spouse is a saver.
You have one person that came from means and another that, grew up with less. There's typically going to be conflict if they don't sit down and talk about what money means to them and what it can do to further their family relationship.
Deanna Purvis is a certified financial planner who works with lots of couples. She says that history and temperament have a lot to do with how you handle money. While you can't change your childhood, you can try to find a middle ground with your spouse. Ask your spouse, what's your worst financial memory? Now, if you find that your spouse grew up feeling helpless because his or her parents were always broke, that might help you to be more patient when they're reluctant to spend money. What's your biggest fear when it comes to money, and what's your top financial goal are also important questions to ask and get an answer to. And both spouses need to stay on top of the family finances.
They should have at least a once-a-year meeting where they talk about the big long-term goals, and then I would suggest they get together maybe once a month for 30 or 45 minutes, make it fun.
It's also helpful to set specific goals. If one of you is a spender and the other is a saver, simply promising to spend less or save more won't work. Instead, decide on a concrete goal, like spending 5% less each month or putting aside a set amount for a new purchase or a vacation if your finances are in good shape and penny pinching happens to be the problem. And if the fights happen a lot, maybe they're about more than money.
Fights about money are usually about lack of communication, as well as could be underlying issues in the relationship, such as one person wanting to control the situation, the other person not feeling like they're being involved. Could also be an issue of lack of trust.
For Fox 19 Now and Simply Money, I'm Nathan Bachrach.